Hello and welcome everyone. This is Lavender Sky Panther and today is Monday, May 25th, 2020. And today's show is going to include a collection of images and sky observations happening between May 21st and May 24th, 2020. And it's called Red Sky, White Ring, and Sky Fruit. So before we get going with the sky observations, I always like to have a little starter image, and today's image is something healthy, showing cherries, grapes, and carrots. I wish everyone tremendous health and happiness for right now. And again, welcome. Whether you're new or returning, you're equally appreciated. And I'd like to say good day, osio, how, buongiorno, guten tag, kia ora, jambo, buenos dias, bonjour, ni hao, dzień dobry, konnichiwa, dobroho dnia, annyeonghaseyo, boa tarde, dobry den, aloha awinala, and galimera. So the first image is just looking northwest at sunset. That's right, northwest, not west, but pretty far north. And I'm just capturing and leaving this as kind of the kickoff image, just so you see the character of the sunlight was kind of a peach golden color, and you'll just see why that's important later for the sequences that are coming up. So in this cloud progression sequence, we start off around the same time, a little shortly after that sunset photo, with a gray cloud, a little bit of slate blue in the background, some smoky white. Keeps progressing along like that, and then all of a sudden we get into a real yellow brownish situation. So this all felt, when it turned this color, very artificial. This movement, if you mirror it, this was coming from the southwest, and it just had a feeling like something was being seeded, maybe cloud seeding was happening in here, and so something was artificially generating the color. Because even though the sun was peach, it did not have the yellow-brown feeling and appearance, as this cloud system was becoming. And so if you're not familiar with the term cloud seeding, it's just a form of actually weather modification or solar radiation management, and depending on what the objective is of whoever's seeding the clouds. So with cloud seeding, the most common chemicals used are silver iodide, potassium iodide, dry ice, which is solid carbon dioxide, or even liquid propane. And so what happens is these chemicals are put higher up in the clouds, and the hope is that then that will form a conducive climate to cause rain. So anyway, those are some of the things being used, and looking at more recent companies and kind of what they're putting on the internet, it appears that some are either already working with or toying with the idea of using sulfur dioxide, which is SO2. So anyway, I don't know if that's what this is, but just have a look on your own too, under a search online. Just under cloud seeding, you're going to see a whole host of things, or solar radiation management, that you'll probably really find interesting. And there's so much to explore and talk about there. Okay, so the next series of slides, I'm just going to show a side-by-side comparison. Kind of some are going to zoom in on what we just saw in that little sequence, cloud sequence. But here there's just an odd shape forming, in here too. And so we've got kind of mammatus clouds are trying to form at the same time. We've got this bright white type of cloud, I guess. I'm not even sure if you can call that cloud. These were just little tiny little segments, as you see. They weren't even very big. Okay, then the next side-by-side just clearly demonstrates the shift over from just a regular kind of grayish cloud system, then turning to that sulfur-like yellow-brown. And again, what are these stray things? That looks like chemical drops to me of some type, Again, just putting these here. If you have other ideas, please mention them in the comment section below. Okay, another side-by-side where you start to see these form a little bit more. And the thing about this is I'm not crazy about the term mammatus clouds. I think they could have come up with something better. When you research that, you'll see why I'm not a fan. But anyway, the point is that these types of clouds normally only form when there's really severe thunderstorm activity, like these really big cumulonimbus with anvil top type thunderstorm clouds, or tornadoes and things of that nature. But as you'll see, these were really low in the sky, and the overall system didn't look that intimidating. And then in fact, you just have really blue sky right here. So it's just very odd that that formed at all. I thought I would capture it and share it with you. Okay, here's again just another look at it. And again, you get an odd, even greenish feel to this instead of the yellow-brown. And then here you're picking up some of the sunset happening off to the right of the page here, which would be to the west. All right, then looking to the north in that same situation, you still see that kind of cloud activity, but look at this. This was really low in the sky, and it was on its own, and I have never witnessed anything like this in my life out of all my years on the planet. But here we go. Look at it, it's like a near perfect semicircle, and it was not traveling fast through the sky, so it's not like this was racing through, and that's why we have these streaks. It didn't seem that windy either, so I'm not sure why we're getting this draw off of either moisture or plasma, whatever this thing is, chemical. But I pose this to you as a real puzzle here. What could that be? I don't know. I'm still toying with what it could be. If I figure it out, I'll let you know in a future show. But if you have any ideas, or if you in fact have seen anything like this, kindly let me know also in the comment section. Thanks. All right, so here's another sequence happening not long after that ring was evidenced and witnessed in the sky. So this is looking west, and this cloud transformation sequence is happening from 8:10 to 8:17. Happened pretty quick, but you see some red, even though you've got some of the yellow golden that was already present before. Now it's turning red purple, really beautiful colors. Then at 8:16, there's just the faintest strip of the red at the bottom of the cloud edge, and then bam, 1 minute later, it's gone and more toward white. So the question is, what is causing this red in the sky? Now, I have a previous show called Red Tinged Skies, Why? If you want to have a look at some of the thoughts there. So in a nutshell, if you look at some other sky observation channels happening around the world, some people theorize and speculate that there is a red body, a red planetary body, not far off from the Earth, and that it's being veiled or concealed by all of the solar radiation management happening with aerosol sprays being injected in the sky with chemtrails and other things that are creating a very, like a sheet or a veil so that we cannot see the red body that is happening. Clearly there's a red body or something red or something igniting red if that's just plasma. And at sunset hours in my locale, my region, it's happening to the northwest these days at sunset. And then in the eastern sky, you'll see the red come up before you see any other colors, yellow or gold or peach, turning into bright white. But you see that first pre-crack of dawn, you'll see the red. So what is that body? Some are saying it could be the red Kachina from the Hopi Prophecy. Others are saying it is Planet X or Niburu or Wormwood Star. Many speculations. Also, some are saying Jupiter, or who knows? It could just be some heat source is igniting plasma in our sky, turning it bright red. I'm not sure, but I'm putting all of that out there for you to have a deeper look on your own and do your own research and get to it and do your own physical observations outside and notice what's going on around where you live if you're not doing it already. Okay, here's just another blow up of that beautiful sky. I mean, no matter what is happening, it's beautiful in color. Okay, now this is a rare capture from around where I am of a Stratocumulus formation. And then these low gray clouds which come traipsing in. I covered that on a previous show. That's again like a big question mark. What are these and why are they happening more and more often and so low? But anyway, this is Stratocumulus. It's pretty low down. If you see this forming a little bit higher, then it's called Altocumulus, and then even higher up is Cirrocumulus. But anyway, these are the forms. And again, I have not I think ever actually seen this in my area until, when was it, May 22nd. All right, that's just a zoom in again, and the Stratocumulus cloud pattern. All right, now I dug this back up, revived these photos from an earlier show. These are taken from April 30th because I wanted to just touch on the topic of cirrus cloud thinning. Okay, I captured in other shows. I have a question mark. Are these sky wisps? Are these chemtrails being blown around? And the more I looked online, they're showing this as being cirrus clouds. Now, decades of being on this planet, cirrus clouds never came in on an angle like this, nor did they really ever look like this, nor did they, turn up at the ends. So again, this is something new to me, which is just being passed off as normal on the internet. No, this really wasn't the character of these things decades past. But anyway, it prompted me to look deeper about what is going on with these things and why are they curved up. So I have a question. It could be possibly cirrus cloud thinning. I don't know. If not, it's just a weird way that wind, fairly low in our atmosphere is blowing these around. But again, I don't know how we're having this come in horizontal, this coming down. So I don't know if they've been manipulated or tampered with. But the concept of cirrus cloud thinning, or it's actually a technique, it's a form of solar radiation management. And what happens is that powder is either shot over into the clouds, like an alkaline powder. Some companies are looking at using bismuth triiodide if they're not doing it already. And basically, it's a form of seeding the clouds, doing cloud seeding to make them a little more sparse, and so that they don't trap and collect long wave radiation and heat in the atmosphere. So it's just a way to thin them out. Anyway, do have a look on your own. There's a lot more detail on cirrus cloud thinning. And also, as I was looking up that, there's another term I was not familiar with, a technique, another form of solar radiation management, and it's called cloud brightening, where they do cloud seeding of marine stratocumulus clouds, cirrus clouds, and marine stratocumulus clouds, and they put seeding in there to help reflect the light more upward towards space and less downward toward Earth. So anyway, that's another term too, that if you're not familiar with it, go look at sites such as geoengineeringmonitor.org for more information. And again, you could just spend decades, researching this stuff and learning new things. Okay, now I'm just ending on this little cumulus cloud for sky observations. It just looked pretty. I like the form of it. It did not form any higher up into a cumulonimbus or anything. It just did cumulus. So I just thought you'd like to look at it as I did. All right, now if you've looked at any of my other shows, I like to close on a note of nature, and today's is the West Indian Mahogany Tree. And it is native to Florida, the Caribbean, and South America. It's also called an American or Cuban mahogany. It can grow 40 to 70 feet tall. There are a lot of nice things about it. You see the scientific name. I think it's called Swetenia mahogany. They're fruits that develop from the spring flowers. Here they are. These flowers grow in efflorescence, which is a cluster of them, like a flower head on a little grouping. And they form these wood-like oval capsules, and then those split apart at the base. This is one of the hard shells from one of them. And then they expose winged seeds, and those disperse by wind. So there's sky fruit seeds. So sky fruit's the pod, and it's one from the related Swetenia macrophylla mahogany. And they have a lot of health benefits, and I invite you to go look at those at other sites such as T-Code or Gardening Solutions or wherever you want to find more information. They have health benefits such as improving blood circulation, lowering cholesterol, etc. So I just captured these because they literally fell on me as I was sitting in a park. And these are really the size of earrings. They're really small, really beautiful. Thought you might enjoy learning a little bit about that if you don't know about it already. All right, well, the photo of the week is here, just some rain droplets falling into a puddle from a tree and also from rain happening. So thank you for dropping by here a while with me. I appreciate it. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a beautiful day or evening. Wish you all the best of everything. I truly mean it. And in the meantime, tremendous peace and love from me to you. Thanks so much. Lavender Sky Panther. Bye.